Okay, we are all ready here, folks. I had everything set up ahead of
Join the
time here.
group call.
I'm here. Who's it?
Alright, my
I'm here.
music one.
I'm here. Wait. All right,
Roll
everybody's
call.
here. We're here. Roll call. Yeah, we here, dudes. All right.
I'm live. I'm doing my little intro piece real quick.
Okay. What's it? Which is delivering the goods that we heard earlier?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll play it out loud. I'd love to hear that again. Thank you. Yeah, baby.
Shakedown, rockin' boys, crack that wet strap me, pulse wave, airwaves, I don't ever know what we've been.
Yeah. I love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Music Memory / Maniacs.
And also Arknolia and the Doctor. It's the same show with two different titles for each end. You know, it's Arknolia
Yes.
and the Doctor on my part of here, and of course it's Music Maniacs World of YR in there. But either way, it's the same subject, same host. Me, Arknolia Bean, the Great YR, and Keith Barber. Is he there as well, Ned?
Yes, thank
Here,
you.
what up? What up?
There you are, dudes. All right. Okay. Now, we didn't get a chance to do this I think it was last Thursday there. So I'm gonna look in at. I guess why I brought this thing up here. I guess we're supposed to do this. Let's see here. Blah blah blah. Here. What's that thing? Our concert experiences here. You know, what's our best concerts? What our best, but last. You know, everything here. And I got a list from Ark about last week.
Yes.
And this is a list here that was supposed to pass on to you guys there. First concert, last concert, best concert, worst concert, most surprising concert, artists you've seen the most. Okay, so we got this list going on. So who shall we start with?
Well, when we start, that's fine. But I've got a couple more festivals I wanted to kind of touch on a little bit.
Yeah, we got to
Yes.
talk about. We got a few more, because there's a lot more that we don't even know about there. Because you remember
Well,
the
yeah, but
past.
these two are pretty big.
All right, there. Let's go ahead and do this.
Do you want to do that, or do you want to do the?
Let's do that. Well, let's do this first, and then we'll do our concerts because
Yes.
yeah, we have a lot of. Because I could definitely relate to this list here. Definitely.
Okay, the first one that I wanted to kind of touch on a little bit was Nearfest.
Near Fest. I think you mentioned that. Yeah, on the last episode.
That
there.
one's held in Pennsylvania, which kind of surprised me.
Yeah. I didn't.
And
I never heard of it myself until you mentioned it to me. But then again, I don't live in Pennsylvania, so
yeah, it's been around a while.
yeah.
I'm going to have to get Keith Rebarber to look things up because I
All
can't.
right.
Be on point. You ready?
All
Okay. I'm
Look
ready.
at the Nearfest lineups.
All right.
I think it's been going for about 12, 15 years. It's
Now,
still current.
now some of these festivals, do they have like carnival rides and such there, or is it just concerts with merchandise and concessions there?
Well, I think the Nearfest is just concerts with concessions and
All right,
all
there,
that
because
stuff.
because so many festivals, where they're held, and my two favorites back in Michigan were the Stars and Stripes Festival back when it was in Mount Clemens, Michigan, and there was also the River Fest by the river by St. Clair, Michigan. There, I used to ride a
Right.
bike from Richmond all the way down there, to see what was going on. Oh, they had all these rides, all these activities here, all these virtual reality games you could participate here. Bands like the Tubes, Night Ranger, local favorites, Heaven's Wish there. I remember seeing, Great White there back in around the early 20s, actually in the later 2000s, I should say. This was a couple years after the Rhode Island, station issue that they had back in, I think it was in early 2013 that when that incident happened.
When they had the fire?
Yes.
The big fire? Yeah.
Yes.
What year do you want the lineup from?
Well, shoot.
2012 was the last Near Fest.
Wow. I thought it was still going on.
Wow.
Okay, I guess start with that one, then run it backwards.
All right, there.
All right.
All right.
Arcanus, Van Deer Grave Generation, Helmet of Nats, 12th Night, Guard Resistance, Ghost of Burrowing Saga, 2 Tempio dello Crestre, Mike Kennedy Band, UK.
And these
UK
are.
was there. Wow.
Oh wow. Not. I don't think it was. Was it the band UK? Keith.
Yes.
All right, there. That's interesting. There, we spoke about that group a couple episodes ago. There.
2011 was canceled.
Oh yeah.
Do you want the one from 2010?
Go ahead.
Riverside, Steve Hackett, Astra, Forgus Band Phenomena, Lona, Three Friends, Pineapple Thief, The End, Eddie
wow.
Jobson's Ultimate Zero Project. 2009,
All right.
Van Deer Graph Generator,
Yeah, that's a big one.
Steve Hillage Band, Cabezos de Serra, Oblivion Sun, DFA, Gong, Quantum Fante, Beardfish, Tritora Cricket, PFM. Do you want me to go like 2008 all the way back to 1999?
Just do a few and we'll reach a stopping point.
Okay, 2008.
Hold on a second. Is this a progressive rock type music festival?
For the most part.
I see, because a lot of the artists that they're made mention are mostly in the prog rock category, like Steve Hillage, Gong, Eddie Jobson, UK, all those
Pineapple
groups there.
Thief.
Pineapple Thief, yeah, I think you mentioned that group many episodes ago as well there.
2008, Synergy, Fish, Kanoji, Hayako, Discipline, Peter Hamel, Liquid Tension Experiment,
Peter Hamill.
Radio Massacre, Peter Hamel,
Yeah.
Liquid Tension Experiment, Radio Massacre International, Ekalin, Banku del Mudo Sorosa. 2007, IZZ, Nibel Nest. Oh man, I think I hit the wrong button. Okay, let's see. 2007. Or was it? Nibi Nest, Bob Drake, Magneta, Hawkwind.
Hawkwind, wow.
Oh yeah. I'm surprised they're still together, or together at that point there, I should say.
Oh, they've put out like 50 albums, but I was amazed they were there.
That's true there.
Indicati, La Masera di Sera, Robert Rich, Pure Reason Revolution.
I heard of
Magma,
him, Robert Rich.
Yeah.
Alan Holdsworth, Secret Oath, One Shot. 2006, KBB, Riverside, Richard Leo Johnson, FM Ozark Tentacles, Guapo, Michigan.
That's Ozark Tentacles, but that's okay.
I heard of them as well there.
Well, so far I've never heard of any of these.
Well, these
are mostly prog, and in some cases they're kind of obscure, but in other cases they're pretty well known.
Interesting there, yeah.
Michael Manning, Angie, Nason, Keith Emerson, Hartford, and the Tony Levin Band.
What?
I like
Band.
Oh yeah.
Tony Levin.
Tony Levin. 2005.
Yeah. Who's back with King Crimson, by the way, as our bassist.
Yeah.
2005. 2005. Wobbler, Frog Cafe, Steve Roach, Present, IQ, Night Area, The Muffins, Matthew Parmenter, Kesso, Lee Orme, PFM Protoka. 2004.
Protocol. Go ahead.
Yezda Urafo, Pelias, Richard Pinhas, Mike Kennelly Band, Universe Zero, Hydro Space Fork, Metamorphoso, Sean Milan, Planet X, Stoobs, The Musical Box, 2003, High Wheel, Aluminium Vassart, Tunnels, The Flower Kings, Magma, Sleepy Time Gorilla, Moosin, Glass Hammer, Crayon, Angle Card, Camel, The Laser's Edge, Cuneiform, Mirador, Wooden Head, IZZ. Oh, hold on. I clicked the wrong button.
Oh.
Okay.
That's
Let's see.
definitely mainly Prague.
Oh, yeah.
2002, La Toro del Amista, Mirador, Isolards Bay, Echo, Nectar, Spaced Out, Gerard, Enchant, Carvane, Steve Hackett, Dr. Nerve, Die, Sheer, Shai, Theema. 2001, Bird Songs of the Mesozoic, Under the Sun, White Willow, Death X Machine, Porcupine Tree, Underground Railroad, DJM Carrot, California Guitar Trio, Tony Levin,
Tony Levin again.
Tony Levin
Okay.
once
yeah.
again, yeah.
After Crying, Banco Demudo Sarusco, Land of Chocolate, The Red Mask, Electric Sheepdog, Wine of Nails. 2000, North Star, DFA, Avatar, Enkadektin, Happy the Man, Nexus, Thinking Plague, Baludo D. Brozo, Par Linda Project, Transmatic, Ecolon, Prime, 1999. Alaska, Scott McGill's Hand Farm, Larry Fast, Mastermind IQ. Hang on. What was it? Oh, Nathan Mount, Ice Age, Krugable, Solaris, Spock's Bird. Beard.
Spock's beard.
Yep. And those are all. That's all the Near Fest.
I see there, yeah. Right. So anybody who's into prog rock would definitely be in high heaven and when you see those shows or those tickets on the festival there.
Each one of them had at least one or two of the big ones.
Yeah.
God. So there's a lot of, especially like in the Midwest, those type of states. There's a lot of festival, just like no, I don't want to say one-offs, but like newer festivals.
Right.
Maybe they only lasted 2 or 3 years, but Metallica does a lot of those festivals in states. I don't know, like just those midwestern states where they don't have the big, huge stadium arenas where like your bigger groups normally play. Metallica does head a lot of those festivals. And
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
But
They
then
just did their 40th
Metallica's
anniversary thing, and
Metallica's been known to do loads of festivals. Hell, back in 1996, they headlined in Lollapalooza, to the dismay of the festival's co-founder Perry Farrell from Jane's Addiction, who left Lollapalooza because of that decision there. Of course, he came back a year later, and that's when they decided, went back to somewhat normal. But it was that was probably had to be the most easiest billing for
Right.
that festival. Metallica later told Soundgarden, and Soundgarden later told the Ramones, and then the Ramones later told Cheap Trick, and I guess a couple other bands got hold of this. They told this band, and they told that band. They all said, and I guess one of the promoters like, "Holy cow! Everyone's been approaching us all at once! Yay! This is really easy there."
So everyone in the chat, we have Drew in the chat. Get your list ready. If you can't call in, that's fine. But try to make up some list of some concerts you've been to. At least, like we're gonna start with now. Like if we can remember our very first concert. If
All right,
anyone
there.
can
Oh,
remember that, we can start there.
I definitely have a lot of. I definitely have like a good
I know
answer.
your first concert, Brown. I think I know it. The
Well,
band.
Which one is it? Which one?
Lollapalooza, if I'm not mistaken, is a traveling festival, isn't it?
It
Right.
is, yes. It's from city
It's kind
to
of like
city.
Ozfest, isn't that traveling?
Yeah, it
Pretty
goes like
much,
city
yeah.
to city.
Yes, absolutely there. And I miss
Is Ozfest
Ozfest.
over? Is Ozfest
I don't know.
over,
The
or-
last, I don't know. The last real Ozfest festival was back in 2007 when it was free. And I think there must have been some issues with that afterwards because after that there was I don't think there was Ozfest after the year after that. And I think mostly Ozfest had to be one day or with all these bands here. I think it was just a regular festival for some reason there. I don't know if it was the cost of taking it all on the road there with all these little things here and there.
Well, here's the thing with Ozzy.
Yeah.
I mean, he obviously headlines or plays all those shows.
Yeah.
He's not. I mean, we're probably never going to be able to see him live in concert. He's probably never going to tour ever again. Ozzy. They canceled. Judas Priest was supposed to open for him in the European dates. They canceled. He canceled like 2 years in a row now.
Yeah.
They're supposed to do that.
Yeah.
And obviously the COVID stuff fucked everything up for a couple of years. But
Everybody.
he's getting older. He's getting. He has the
And Parkinson's, remember he has Parkinson's disease,
right.
and he's starting to show his gray hair, and I've seen some photos there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's
So,
like,
if you
well,
have y'all ever been to Ozfest? Have y'all been? To
I
any of
only
those?
been to the free
No.
one back in 2007 with a coworker of
Wow.
at time. He invited me, and I went with him. We saw Lamb of God,
Well,
Static
where did y'all?
X.
Hold on. We need to slow down. Where did y'all? First of all, it was free. Where were y'all sitting at? Was it like lawn seats? Was it?
Yeah, it
just one
was
big...
a lawn street, a lawn. It was in the
Okay.
lawn, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it was, and it was pretty good. There was this one section by the whole area there, far away from the stage, where all the guys would stand in the crowd, and whichever women be walking by, they would yell "titties, titties, titties," expecting the girls to flash them for the dudes up there.
All right.
Yeah, of course, many women walked away, flipping them all off. So
Keith, go ahead. What are you?
Bullfrog says his first concert is Smashing Pumpkins.
Damn, really? Can
Really?
you see if
Wow.
he can remember the year on that and maybe how much it cost for that? But at least the year. Give us the year on that. Probably in the 90s. It's a pretty good first one. My first was that I can remember 90s.
yeah,
Maybe 5 years old. Bob Seger, the Summits, Houston.
nice. I want to
I
go.
live-
I want to go back
Go
to Ozfest for a minute, my dear. You remember back in 2003 when Priest reunited with Rob Halford? How
Yes.
excellent would have been to see both Judas Priest and Black Sabbath on the same bill.
They didn't have Priest on the any Ozfest?
Now, that was about it. That was back in 2003. The only time they didn't have Ozzy Osbourne in any Ozfest festivals was forgot it was. I think it been 2006. I think it was. I think the headliner was System of a Down at that point.
Y'all care for System of a Down, the band?
Love
Not
System
that
of a
much.
Down.
Not that much.
Really?
Really, yeah.
Oh, they have a
There was
handful of songs I enjoy.
Toxicity, Chop Suey, Aerials. I love Toxicity.
No, yeah, I know that song well. I've heard it a few times.
Everybody
It's a good song, but good
knows.
songs I will say. But a couple of good songs I will say there.
But you don't
uh,
like they're too like too in your face for you?
It's just, I know it's just not my thing, you know. I'm kind of a lot of the new metal at that time was always about rage, you know, wearing those tree trunk pants, you know,
Right.
getting angry over this or whichever reason. Oh, my parents won't let me go to the prom tonight, so I'm gonna cut my wrist. It feels depressed
See, I don't
all the
really
whole
like.
night.
I don't really care. We need to get back to the number one. So real quick, I don't really care for Queen, but I'm a big Judas Priest fan, and
I know,
the
yeah, that's true.
vocal, the vocals, they're
Yes.
kind of, I don't want to say similar, but they're very good vocals, both.
Absolutely, and credit to Rob
You know what I'm
Halpert. He's
saying?
still able to sing that good today. Of course, him trying
Yes.
to go reach those high notes like he used to is kind of because he did say in an interview a few years back if he tries to do that nowadays, his balls would just drop off.
Go look at some of the tour from 2021.
Mm.
And he hit. I mean, he was hitting Painkiller. He was
Yep.
in. I mean, it was really good sellers. But anyways,
Mhm.
Ark and Keith are now. Or actually, all of y'all for your first concert. Mine was Bob Seger. Who wants to go next?
I'll take one.
I don't know if this really counts as a
Rock.
concert.
Like rock music. No rap concerts, Keith. Only the rock. All right.
Yeah,
So go
yeah.
ahead.
No NSYNC bullshit.
All right, does Jason Aldean count? Hold on.
No, Jason Aldean is a country artist.
Well, that's okay. I mean,
Oh, okay. So I've only
that was
been to
his
one
first
rock.
concert.
It was Seether.
Oh, I think I mentioned
Hold
that.
on.
You mentioned that a couple times in the past, there.
Okay, my first concert's a little strange. When I was old enough to pretty much go to concerts, I was mostly living in the country, pretty far from a big city. And then when I went to college, I had started college in '68, and in 1969 they brought a group on campus there that, well, had a couple of pretty decent hits at the time.
Yeah.
And concert was pretty much free if you're a college student at that college.
Yeah.
So I went and saw them, and it was a group called Harpers Bazaar.
Oh, kind of like the name of the magazine there.
Yeah, except it was Bizarre, like Bizarre.
Ah, I see.
Well,
like
hold
the
on.
original.
Does this? Listen, if we do go to, if we've been to country concerts, can we still list them? 'Cause
Sure.
I was going to anyway. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
There's no problem with that.
There you go.
And
Keith.
I know you guys have never heard of them, but they had a pretty major hit with a cover of Simon and Garfunkel's song, 59th Street Bridge song,
Wow.
Feeling Groovy.
Wow, I see there.
You probably don't even know that song,
I don't think I've heard about myself until you mentioned it there.
but they had a couple pretty big hits for the time. And that was my first concert.
Right. My first concert was the band Triumph.
I knew it.
Yeah, Triumph when
Wow.
they played 1983. Never Surrender was Never Surrender, the album at that time was out on the shelves. It was getting massive radio airplay. My dad was the driver, so I took him with me to see a show. He enjoyed the show there, by the way. There, he liked the lights, everything else there. It was a pretty damn good show there. Foghat was the opening act there at that time there.
Oh.
Yeah. And I guess I know, and when I looked at the band Foghat performing there, I think I noticed Kenny Arison, filling in on the bass guitar. Now, Kenny Arison, by the way, has worked with Billy Squire in the early years there.
Some early stuff.
Yes. He also did a project with Neil Young of Journey, Sammy Hagar, and drummer Michael Shreve, who was involved with the early Santana lineup. HSAS.
Was that AS?
Yes, that was it. Which, by the way, I do recommend anyone here on this call and watching on YouTube there to definitely check out. It is definitely worth it. It is a badass album.
Wire, I voted Tool on your poll.
And who's outside?
Keith, come on, goddammit. Serious fucking show. Your ass is on the line tonight, Keith. Step up. Did you see that poll I did, guys?
Brock said he went to Smashing Pumpkins in '97.
Yeah.
Oh, 97, nice. Jesus, really?
Oh, wow.
Nice. Have y'all ever seen Smashkin?
No, I
No.
haven't. No, I haven't
Ah.
either.
They're really good. Billy Corgan. Doesn't he play all the instruments, or can he? Doesn't he record?
Well, I don't know.
Can he play all the instruments or some shit?
I don't know about that.
I always heard that
just-
about him. Like, obviously, it's a touring band, but like he can play all the instruments.
Yeah.
Of course, there's the old joke about, do you like Smashing Pumpkins? And you're supposed to say, oh, after about 3 or 4, I get tired of doing it.
Mm. Yeah, I see that.
Keith. So we're allowed to do country concerts. So your
Okay,
first
we
ever
could do that,
concert
yeah.
was Jason Aldean.
Yes. Well, that was my
They're
first
really
rock
good. Billy
concert.
Corgan. Doesn't he play all the instruments? What year was it? Keith?
2012.
Whoa.
I thought
Oh,
you'd been
wow.
to like all these other shows like in the 2000s.
Yeah, I've seen Eminem.
Oh, the rap shit. Oh, the rap stuff. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's another experience in itself. Rap concerts.
All right.
Well,
Oh,
yeah, I've never been to one.
It's too rowdy, It's too...
Not that. I'm not a fan of rap music.
See what the chat's saying. We need your
I saw-
list, folks.
Saw Eminem in concert 4 times.
Oh. But that's for later on. That's the artist for that you've seen the most times.
Oh, okay.
What's the little sidebar, but not really? Keep it going. What's like the most little 2-seater here? Part A, Part B. What's the least expensive, and what's the most expensive you paid for a concert ticket?
Well, for me,
Well, obviously, least was free.
Yeah.
yeah, same here for me.
I don't remember.
I think the most I paid for a concert ticket was Iron Maiden back in 2019.
How much was that?
It was about over $140 something.
Where were the seats? You're standing?
It was a seated area, but when they came out to perform, we all stood up. Everybody does
You had
that.
to hit
when
that. You had to hit that show right.
Absolutely, yeah.
Ah, I wanted to hit, but I saw him like in 2010 or 2011, some shit like that.
Yes, met a couple friends there at the Goose's Acre near the Woodlands Market area there near the
Yeah.
Yes, met members of the Iron Maiden Texas chain Texas chapter fan club there. One of them ended up being my friend on Facebook. I think her name was Leah, spelled differently there. She's a bass player there. And of
Me and
course,
Dr.
Oh,
Brown
I
will be. Me and Dr. Brown will be. Me and Dr. Brown will be meeting this weekend.
that's right.
Going live and hanging out.
Yes, hopefully, that's right. It's going to be somewhere around here. It's in the, it'll be on Christmas Eve. Hopefully, by chance, so they won't, throw this little scenario at me at the last minute there. Can you stay over time? Can you stay a couple hours more? Because they did that to me on Christmas Eve last year at the same place I work at now. So hopefully everything will go according to plan there. We can, me and YR can meet up somewhere. I think would it be by the Woodlands area? I think it is.
Yeah, I'll get with you behind the scenes. I know
Good,
that
good. Yes.
if everything works out on my end, which it's looking like it will, then
All
there's a
right.
perfect place we can meet. That's
All right.
right there and everything.
All right.
Uh,
then.
Bullfrog said he paid $100 for the Smashing Pumpkins concert,
Mm.
and he had 4 seats.
Oh wow.
What?
So he took up 4 seats.
No, he had floor seats.
Oh. Okay.
Even I understood that. But that was funny.
Yeah. I remember I wanted to go see Lil Wayne in concert, but I thought the tickets were too expensive. They're like $83.
All right, so I guess the ones I just got, the Judas Priest tickets, like close to
Yeah, I know you told us about that. $500, dude.
close to 500. But when everyone sees videos and where I'm gonna be at, it's once in a lifetime. Had to get them. Had to get them. You know what I'm saying? It's a done deal, and we're gonna be there, folks.
Yeah, it's true there.
And it's gonna be amazing. But listen, and then over the years, I guess, I saw a lot of times, multiple times, a group around Christmas time called the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Yeah, I
I've
heard
seen,
about those.
Like right when they came, like right before they got huge, because obviously now they play like the NBA arenas, the big hockey arenas. But They were still playing like smaller venues, but we saw them like every year for a long time. And those tickets got, obviously like a year or two later, they got huge. And because obviously now they tour, they can have 2 shows going on the East and West Coast. They have 2 separate touring groups, and they do 2 shows a day, like a day show and then a night show in both. So they do 4 shows a day when they're touring. Nowadays, that's how fucking big they are and popular, and everyone wants to see them. Yeah. So you can imagine how much tickets are now to see them, and when I was seeing them, and when they were big. I mean, when they were, it's pretty much established as this huge thing. Tickets were, $300 second level, $350 second level. You know what I mean? Ladies and gentlemen, the great Devious
Dave Rose.
Dave Rose.
Yay! What's up?
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hello. We're glad you're here.
I talked to YR about this earlier today. I clearly don't even come up to your ankles when it comes to the number of concerts that you guys have visited or have attended. But I've been to a fair bit. I'm no slouch. But
what was your first one?
The thing is, though, what's that, sir?
What was your first one?
Well, that's the problem is I don't remember. I remember my parents taking me to concerts and stuff, but I don't remember. But what I did was I did try to organize my thoughts into a list here as to because here's the thing. I attended, I can't remember, countless fucking concerts as, a teenager and stuff, but you guys would never know their names. They didn't exist for very long anyways. So I made my list.
And there's a lot of Canadian bands that wasn't popular in the U.S.
But let's even go further than that. How about there's a lot of just bands in your regular town that worked for a couple of years, played some gigs at a bar. It was great, but then they disappeared. Exactly. So I've attended a lot of those types of concerts and stuff. But what's the point even mentioning them, because nobody's going to know what I'm referring to. So I've compiled a simple list of what I can remember, because there was a certain time during my youth that was consumed with a lot of consumables, if you want to say that. So, just thinking off this without, an extensive amount of time going back through because I've got like photo books of, ticket concerts and all that sort of shit. So I got to go back. But this is just off the top of my head from what I can remember. And I have been smoking a bit of weed. So, let's just indulge me here for a moment.
All right.
Now, for bands that you guys know, I'm going to stick it. First, I'm going to talk about American or international bands.
We need the year you were there too, as well, please.
I'll do my best. And then there's going to be Canadian bands, and then there's going to be a few, honorable mentions to bands that nobody has ever heard of. So, okay. So I saw Yes. At
Keith.
Yeah.
It was yeah, seriously. It was at Ontario Place. I can't remember what they call it. It's like an open air covered concert venue.
Amphitheater?
Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It's the Molson Amphitheater, actually, because last time I checked, Molson was the one that paid for that. So, so Molson Amphitheater, I saw Yes there. I saw Supertramp there, which I won tickets to, calling Q107, and I took my dad actually, and wow, did I get stoned there! Oh my God!
What year was this?
That was probably in 90. No, it wasn't 94. It was 97. It was 90. I'm almost sure.
Oh, wow.
I'm almost sure it was 97, but I don't know. It's got to have been 97. Okay, so 97 Supertramp. I'm gonna have to assume this because that's when I revealed to my dad that I smoked weed, and he's like, "Yeah, I smoke weed too." Like, okay, cool.
Wow.
That's when you're in your prime, Dave, when the mid '90s, right?
Oh, I was crazy in the fucking 90s. I got a leg up on all the fucking experience that all these people got in their 20s and stuff, and
I'm surprised.
that's why I retired in my 20s, because like I'm partied out. I fucking did what I needed. But okay, so let's assume it's about 97. I've got to look this up again. This was off the top of my head. 97 Supertramp. I think the same year was Yes. They may have actually opened for Supertramp. Okay, so now 90. We're gonna have to go back a bit into the past. 95 is when Pink Floyd does their Pulse tour. And at that point, what was called the Canadian National Exhibition, it wasn't a fairway, but it's basically their stadium. They had a stadium there before they destroyed it, and then they moved everyone to Skydome, which is now called Rogers Center. Wow. So they had the Pink Floyd concert there, and my dad actually bought tickets for him and my mom for one day, because they were there for 2 or 3 days. And then he bought tickets for me and him to go on the second day. So, it was like bleeder, nosebleed type seats. But I had a pair of binoculars and stuff. I was able to, see the stage fairly well. There was people with bongs around me, dude. What? At this point, I hadn't started smoking weed, but at this point, I was like, I saw through the fucking lies about the weed and stuff. It's like, well, I'm not ready to try it yet, but hey, if people want to do that around me, I really don't care. And yeah, I was, I saw the pig inflate and then fucking go up above the stage and stuff. It was, it was a good show. But that's obviously, it wasn't with Roger Waters. Then I believe it was in 98, if I remember correctly. I think it was 98. No, 99. It was 99. I know this for certain now. It was 99. It was, I guess, it must have been summertime or close to summertime. High school just ended. I'd graduated. And I bought myself a ticket. I guess it was 15, 20 rows from the stage, kind of like fire. But it was a little bit more to his right to my left, sort of thing. So it was nice and close up. I could have hit him with a beer can or something. And I bought my parents 2 tickets to, in this amphitheater, basically you have like multiple seats and stuff, obviously. So they were a little further back, obviously, because, they also told me, well, I surprised them about it, but, when sort of trying to gauge their interest in this, they were telling me like about how the sound is kind of loud and so forth. So I thought, okay, obviously I'm saving some money as well, but, put them in the seats that are further away and they could still both attend. I don't remember how much I dropped, and YR was asking about this. I think my seat might have been at least 150, and their seats were each, I have to guess 100. I can't remember exactly how much. I've got the tickets.
Why were they cheaper?
They're cheaper because they were much further away.
Oh, okay.
The ones that are most close are more expensive.
It's not that, again, the amphitheater is not that big, so it's not nosebleeds. They were just further away. And then the cool thing about this is the amphitheater actually has the ability where they'll sell you tickets to just sit on the lawn. So you're not covered and stuff by the tent, but at least you can watch the show and so forth. Which is kind of cool to be on the grass and so forth. That's always nice with a festival. But so basically that was in 99. I'm almost certain it was in 99. Maybe I'm wrong. Either 98 or 99. It was basically right after I graduated. Either after I graduated high school or right before. Okay, regardless, I'm sorry. I'm still a little stoned. But that was an amazing concert because I got so fucking stoned too. And that amphitheater, I don't understand, because it's open air, and yet the smoke that just culminated from everyone smoking weed. I had to but like a rickshaw passed by, and I couldn't walk. I had a body buzz, and I was just like, because I told my parents, you just do your own thing. I'll go home later, So they went off on their own way and stuff, and I couldn't walk back to the fucking subway station. Wow. So I had to get one of these fucking these rickshaws that has a guy pulling it and stuff to take me back to the station. So that was, a funny little anecdote from that. But that Roger Waters show was fucking great. And I think it was in '96 that I went to go see Offspring. Sorry if the list isn't out of order. But I went to go see Offspring on concert, which was a good show. I was actually front row. There wasn't no seats. There wasn't no seats. It was just an open area. I pushed myself to the front there against the metal barrier. And I was there. So it was fucking cool. I also saw Monster Magnet.
Oh, yeah.
And that fucking amazing show. And I got so stoned there too, man. I went to the bathroom. I went into one of the toilet areas and closed the door and just smoked this fucking joint. And it was, oh my God, I was wrecked, but it was so good. That show was fucking incredible. So those are the American bands. And I'm going to try to wrap it up here. I know I do drone on. But those are the American bands that most of you and people watching will know, at least recognize. Now, for Canadian bands, I'll summarize quickly because there's a lot, so I'll just pick the big ones. Kim Mitchell, I've seen in concert. Fucking great.
Oh, yeah.
Our Lady Peace, I saw.
What?
And, yep. And Headstones.
I think I heard of them.
You never heard of Headstones?
No, I haven't there.
Okay, I'll have to send you a few tracks because they are really, really good.
All right, there.
And then there's a band similar to them, the Cinder Blocks, out of New Jersey. They're
No, that's the community band that we're all going to form.
Oh, there you go.
Travis on drums. We got Earl on guitar.
Mm-hmm.
We got me on harmonica. Tambourine for YR.
I'm in rhythm guitar as well. I'm backup
sure.
guitar.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Earl's a lead.
That's right. You bought a third guitar because you stole Keith's credit card, didn't you?
Oh, shit.
And
I played
just
guitar.
Final honorable mentions. There's a personal band that I knew, Ace Face. Nobody's ever going to hear from them. And Chort was actually a very cool band. Actually, I'd recommend that you check them out. TCHORT. I knew the main singer. Try to help him out, promote his band and stuff. And their evolution was actually very cool. It's called like comic book acid rock, and it's got other terms too. It's like it's crazy and funky, but yeah, there we go. There's my list of bands that I've seen that I can remember at this moment. I'm sure that after this, I'm going to be like, fuck, man, I forgot to tell them about this. But hey, at least there's some legitimacy to my ramblings, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, there. I'm going to do my list of other bands I've seen. Now, the last concert I saw was this Motley Crue tribute group called Simply the Crew. That was at the Concert Pub North. It was the weekend before I got fired from my last job and a couple weeks before the COVID struck us from behind there. The best concert I ever saw was Iron Maiden back in 1985 at the Joe Louis Arena, the World Slavery Tour. I was amazed by the songs, the way the stage sets, the way they performed the music, you name it there. Worst concert I ever saw, Andy Scott's Suite at the Ritz in Roseville in '93. It was actually, I expected it to be like the same Suite lineup that we saw in 1990. Mick Tucker on drums, Andy Scott on guitar, and new singer, new bass player. But it wasn't like that. It was just Andy Scott with a whole bunch of new guys on there. Just wasn't the Suite that I expected to see from 2 years ago. So I was kind of disappointed at that. The most surprising concert I saw was Shotgun Messiah back in '93 at the Ritz again. By this time they have gone from the glam to the more industrial approach. You remember a song of theirs they had titled Violet New Breed, which is a damn good song there. And I was really surprised and amazed by how the songs were structured, how they were performed. I was like, wow, I got to see this group again if they come around there. I was really damn impressed. And the artists that I've seen the most, the Pride of Vancouver, British Columbia, Skitty Puppy. Saw them first in 1988, and I saw them last in 2015 at the Warehouse Live.
Can I throw in a couple here?
Go right ahead, dude.
All right, so multiple times as well, 'cause I like to see groups multiple times. Put up on the screen here.
Mm-hmm.
Up the years, Jimmy Buffett.
Oh, yeah. I remember you mentioned about that.
Multiple times.
Those concerts might be crazy.
Oh, yeah. People
mean,
boozing it up.
Look at the picture
seriously.
on the screen.
Fucking
and
drunk
pretty
milfs
much,
everywhere.
yeah. It's fun. A lot of people just go to that, which they call the Sharking Lot party.
Oh, yeah. I see there.
And most people go to that and get. I mean, there's a lot of young people, partying, and they have like tiki booths and tents and RVs and.
Yep.
I
Kind of like the
just-
same thing with the Deadheads, parking lot
Yeah,
parties there.
it
Yeah,
really is.
Except instead of weed, there's a lot of tequilas, a lot of margaritas.
It really is. Huge following.
And a lot of puking.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
then obviously the concerts multiple times throughout the year, throughout the years. We also go to that and, sneaking a little cannabis. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
You do smell it. You do smell it for sure, Brown.
Yep.
You do smell cannabis at a lot of concerts.
Yeah, a couple
A lot of
times I have. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And
I just want to quickly add that I used to know a backup player and singer for Chilliwack.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He actually started hosting karaoke at one point, and I was helping him out, making him graphics and shit. And yeah, it was fun.
Nice. Whatever happened to Chilliwack? Did he just break up, for some reason there?
I think they retired eventually.
Oh, wow. Because I remember me and Ark spoke about that group a couple times in the past there.
I do.
Gone, 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 My Girl. I remember that was a big hit on the old MTV back in the days there.
Yeah, real great.
Yeah.
So if anyone, I know, Jimmy Buffett might not be people's taste, but he has a huge catalog of songs. The concerts are always, and I'm a big proponent. I like the live music. By these rap concerts, they do the backing tracks. They play the real song. Sometimes they have DJ or whatever, but I like live music concerts. Have y'all ever had an bad experience with that? Like anyone using backing tracks or lip syncing? Like, Kiss?
No, I listened to real
Kiss
music.
3 times.
No, I never had that issue there.
Really?
I never had that issue.
I listened to real music.
Well,
true there.
Anyways, I'm getting to if anyone wants to party.
Well,
Do
I got to
Buffett
throw this
concerts.
when you talk about this. The band I mentioned, Skinny Puppy, they have backing tracks when they do their live shows, and for the obvious reason, because it's hard to somewhat recreate the synthesizer sounds to the percussion instruments because they're mostly from drum machines and that, you're going to need about up to 100 percussionists to somewhat recreate the same.
Or you need one Neil Peart.
Yep, that's true there.
That's a band I wish I'd seen.
Yeah,
Rush.
I know, Rush, yeah.
I got a chance to see them.
I still there was one concert I wanted to see back when I was a kid. It was the original wall performances by Pink Floyd from 1980, but sadly they never came to Detroit at that time, and it was only
That would've
6
been
cities.
amazing to see.
Yeah, I know. I would have wanted to see, but my parents were like, no, and like the way they were. I remember my mom was begging me, please don't see Black Sabbath when you come to Cobo Arena, please don't. I'm like, well, guess what? I went anyway. And guess what, Momsy? Nothing happened.
Have y'all ever went to any
It
concerts?
sounds like the
in,
movie Detroit Rock City.
Yep.
It's a good movie.
The overly religious parents trying to keep the kids from going
Yeah,
to
to go and see
some
Kiss.
rock and roll.
Yep,
Has
absolutely.
any of y'all or know anyone that has gotten any at a concert?
Got
You know
any
what I'm
poontang?
Yes.
Not that I know of, no.
Yeah.
Cool.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of horny, desperate women
Yeah.
at concerts.
Maybe not now, not maybe obviously back in the day, but not nowadays. It's harder because like if you see these older rock bands, if from the 80s, 70s, or even 90s, I mean it's not a lot of young people. It's usually couples, sometimes a lot,
Yeah.
and older people. It's not really that wild.
Yeah, I
You know
know.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Kind of go there to go see these tribute bands, reminisce old times when you used to see them back in the
No,
70s.
you're
there.
wrong. You're wrong because if you're
What
going
do
to
you
watch
mean?
this stuff, I'll prove you wrong right now. If you're going to watch this stuff and you weren't listening to this in its heyday, it means there's others, including females, that are there as well, that are the same like you, where they recognize good quality music. They are there, and they don't care that this music came out before they were even born. So
Well,
you can get relative age pussy at a concert.
Yeah.
Why are you shooting so low? Why
but no,
Aim
because
for
it
the
depends
stars.
on the act you're seeing though. If you're going to a rap concert, then
No,
obviously there's a bunch of party people and it's going
No,
down.
dude.
But
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. You're telling me. You're telling me when I went to go see fucking Roger Waters that there weren't people at my age there. Granted that most of the people that grew up listening to Roger Waters and enjoyed him were, probably double my age at that point. But you don't think that there was other people like me that were the opposite gender? Well, actually, let's be honest. Actually, I should have mentioned this earlier. No, well, here's the honesty.
wait, Dave, were you
No,
horny?
here's the honest truth: is that I don't kiss and tell. But remember
at
the
the
rickshaw
concert,
story?
were you
Remember the
horny?
rickshaw story? Well, yeah. Basically, I got a girl to join me on that rickshaw, and we went back to her hotel. So,
All right.
Wow.
okay,
Nice.
Yeah.
Interesting there.
so like
What?
YR, and she was my age. So, and
Nice.
actually, she was American. She flew into fucking Canada to fucking go watch that concert, dude.
Wow.
So,
That's understandable there. Sometimes you got to fly out way out where you're at there to see this one band there because they're not coming to your town, obviously.
Yep.
And you must
Yep.
go. I must
and
see
it's
this
cheaper
band
to
before I
fucking
die.
fly there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
so YR, don't undersell yourself. Consider the fact that yes, these places might have a lot of old people, but there's probably young people. No, statistically, there are young people amongst that crowd because if you're there, there's other people like you there too. Simple as that. Take it from a genius.
My mom's gonna fly to Nashville to see Elton John.
Mm.
Ooh, that is
Oh,
a
wow.
hot ticket too.
Oh yeah.
Dave.
Yeah.
Brown.
She
Would you
gonna
ever
get
want-
AIDS
would y'all
too?
ever want to? Would y'all ever want to see Elton John?
Wait, what'd you
Ma-
say, Dave?
What?
She gonna get AIDS too from Elton John?
Oh
No.
my gosh.
No, I can't. I'm not going because I can't stand Elton John.
Mm.
But I do want to see Buju Banton in concert
Who?
now that he's out of jail.
Bujo,
You know, if
who's this guy?
I have a good suggestion. Get a case of diarrhea, shit it into the bowl, put your head into the bowl, and then flush, and then you've seen his concert.
my
basically.
gosh. Oh, dude. I don't even know what that is that he mentioned. Is that a dessert from France
a
or
Jamaican
something?
rapper. He's
Of course,
a
it's
Jamaican
a rapper. See, I only guessed it was a rapper, but you know.
I thought there's somebody
Yeah.
ordered from the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah. He's a Jamaican rapper.
Oh. I know he used to brag about Jamaican rappers all the time,
Yes.
unfortunately.
Yes, the band.
I also want to see Chevelle in concert.
What's that a make of a car?
No, they
like a
do hard
2000s
rock.
band.
Yeah, early 2000. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, they're not very good.
They still make new music now.
Okay,
What-
does that change what I just said? I just said they don't make good music. So
Well, I mean, my opinion is they do make good music.
Yeah,
But
and
then
your
again, your
opinion-
opinion is a lot more different than our opinion, unfortunately.
well,
there.
as I've explained in the past, some opinions can be proven wrong.
Yeah.
Yep.
One concert I want to hopefully to check out sometime. It will have to be Gary Newman playing at Numbers nightclub next year. I've been itching to see Gary Newman for a while now, because I've heard a lot of his recent stuff, and it's pretty damn good, including, there's this one album he came out, I guess it was in, early, it was in 97, 94, it was called Sacrifice. It was basically the songs that he recorded for the comic book in the UK, Dawn. I remember my ex-girlfriend had the Dawn CD with all these tracks on it, and I recorded it on cassette, and I loved it. It was a damn good fucking record there. And of course, I found out it was also re-released under the name Sacrifice here in the States. So, pretty much, but I would like to check out Gary Newman sometime soon there. If I'm able to, hopefully I'll get that chance next year,
All right, I'm gonna bounce out so you guys can keep talking about your concerts and stuff. But thanks for taking my call and indulging.
Glad to have you on, dude.
Devious Dave Rose.
All right.
He was horny at the Pink Floyd concert in 1994. Very interesting.
Okay, the
Keith.
last concert you ever saw.
Yeah.
Keith, I highly recommend. I haven't finished my list though. I have more artists I've been to. Real quick, Keith.
Okay.
Can you please go to the Elton John concert? It's worth it.
No, I hate Elton. Well, it's too late for me now. She's taking her sister to go.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Tell her to take pictures.
Okay.
Well,
Send her videos on your through your phone.
John.
Go ahead, Art.
I mean, I would want to go now.
Keith, let Art talk. Damn it. Art, go ahead.
I saw Elton John with Billy Joel
Ooh.
on that concert when
What
they
year?
toured. Oh, I don't remember, but it was when if you're familiar with landmarks in Dallas, when Irving Stadium was still standing. Went and saw him there before the Cowboys moved to Arlington.
That's that
System
was
of
the
a Down
piano.
is the new tool. Can't argue that.
But that was a good concert, and actually that would almost qualify as my most surprising concert because I didn't expect much, and it was great.
All right. Interesting there. And this was a Piano Men tour from many years back. I think it was in 1990-ish, 91, I think it was.
It could have been then.
All right.
I don't remember for sure, but it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But that turned out to be a very enjoyable concert.
Yeah.
Coolest part was when they each played one of the other guy's songs.
Yeah, I was going to say that was probably the most interesting moments of that show there.
Yeah, because Elton John played a Billy Joel song, then Billy Joel turned around and played an Elton John song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty good concert actually.
Yeah.
Like I said, I didn't go in expecting much, and I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. Anybody remember the David Bowie with 9 Inch Nails concert tour from 1995?
No.
It was David Bowie. He was just released an album titled Outside, the Nathan Adler Diaries. 9 Inch Nails was still high and successful from last year's Downward Spiral. They decided to do a tour together there. A band called Prick was the opening line.
Prick?
Yeah, they were signed to Trent's record label titled Nothing Records at that time. One of their songs was getting a lot of massive airplay on MTV and at the clubs in Detroit there. The song Animal was a big hit there. In fact, now here's something else. Now this is something really interesting here. 9 Inch Nails comes on, they're doing their show, everything's going good. Now, both acts shared the same stage. They didn't tear anything down. They just didn't switch this drum kit for that drum kit there. It was the same equipment there, except for 9 Inch Nails had to move some of their equipment there for the David Bowie band. Bowie comes out while 9 Inch Nails is doing this instrumental interlude there. he comes out. A couple members of Bowie's band comes out as well, and he do Scary Monsters, Reptile, a version of Hurt, which they both collaborate on vocals there, Bowie and Reznor. And then after a while, Nine Inch Nails left, and the Bowie started doing his set there, which was mostly from the Outside album. And I heard about this prior to hand, and this did happen during the show that me and a couple of gals saw there. People were mostly leaving during Bowie's sets. I don't know if it was because Bowie set was more tamer than Nine Inch Nails were, but I don't know for some reason why they were doing that, but I think it may have been the idea, Bowie, he needs to step up his game a little bit more, but which he eventually did a couple years later when he put out that album Earthling, which was pretty damn good there. And around that time, he started doing a lot more smaller venues like the State Theater in Detroit that same year that album came out. All right.
Christmas time. So a couple more concerts I've been to. Kiss 3 times.
All right, nice.
At one time, I was basically like second row and had to wait all day. It was like an outdoor type deal and other opening bands. But I waited all day with the face paint on and everything, guys.
Nice.
Very hot summer day. Wow. And it got up to the second row. I mean, it was like a general admission thing. So I eventually ended up like pretty much second. It was second, row, standing up.
Nice.
And I was right there. Took out a couple doobies, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Another time I actually saw Creed. Creed, second row, was a general admission type deal as well. And I ended up, not first row, but second row. But again, there was no seats. So when I say row, I was directly behind the people in the first,
all right,
I guess, row, if you want to call that, right?
Now, did Scott Stapp, the singer, act like a total queef bag during that show?
No, it was a great concert. I smoked a J.
All right. Christian
concert. And there was a band, I don't know if you heard of them, the Christian rock group called Skillet.
Yes, I have.
Yes. I like Skillet.
And the reason I asked about that because a couple times Scott Stapp during one performance was so out of it that fans were like trying to demand a refund for that show there.
It was fucking great. It was awesome.
Well, that's good there.
It was like at the tail end of them like being together type thing. It was like at the tail end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Go ahead, Keith. Ramble over everyone. Go ahead. What?
My favorite Skillet song is Monster. It's like, I feel like a monster. And then at the end, it's like, I feel like a monster.
Were you possessed? No, it was 2 months ago. All right.
I've been to a Kiss concert too.
Good, right?
In fact, they were double billed with Ted Nugent.
What year was this?
This was about 8-10 years ago.
Oh wow. Kiss were doing a lot of they were basically doing a lot of double billing. They did it with Aerosmith and Motley Crue a couple times there.
The coolest things I remember about it is, I don't know if you've ever been to a Nugent concert, but at the end of, I don't recall which song, he straps a guitar to the rope and they pull it up into the rafters, and he goes and gets a bow and arrow and shoots a flaming arrow into the guitar.
Wow. I think I remember hearing about that ages ago, him doing that.
Oh, yeah. There. It's the Gibson...
Birdland.
Birdland. So, a couple others I've been to. That Kiss one, Poison did open up for him. Poison's really good live. And then I saw Def Leppard, Poison, and Cheap Trick one year. This was probably 2009, 2010. Pretty decent seats. I mean, it was like an amphitheater, like the Woodlands Pavilion, kind of like that. And pretty decent seat. I mean, it wasn't like, first 20 rows or nothing, but it was... I got up closer, I snuck a little closer, and I was pretty pretty jamming there. I had tickets, bought tickets, couldn't go because they're boarding school. But I got tickets to Van Halen and one of Bob Marley's sons, Keith, Kai Manny Marley, was opening.
Cool.
Who I've seen before. A little sidebar on the reggae beat here. It was the International Festival in Houston, and they had Stephen Marley, Keith, Kai Manny Marley concert.
Yeah.
I was there. I mean, I was basically first row. I mean, it was in the grass area, and there was a stage, so I was like right up there. And I got the set list that they tape onto the stage. I actually got that. And I still have it to this day. That was probably, and this isn't a joke, that really probably was 2005. I think that was like around 2005.
I think Stephen Marley is like the T-Pain of Jamaican rap because like Stephen Marley, he doesn't rap.
Okay. All right. What else? Oh, I went to the rodeo, the Houston Rodeo, Brown.
Oh, yeah. I know my nephew been there a couple of times in the band. That's mostly country acts and a couple of rock and pop concert shows there. Really? You can't. There's no parking. You have to take a shuttle bus to get there. They have like shuttle bus spots where you park your car and like it takes you to the to the Astrodome area right there. But like it's a pain in the ass. There's people. There's a shitload of people, and I saw Barry Manilow once, Barry Manilow?
And then I saw he was at the rodeo.
Wow, that's surprising. That alone is surprising to hear.
I did see that. Boring as shit. I was probably like,
of course, obviously,
man.
It's Barry Manilow. What do you expect, dude?
Well, see, that was when, unfortunately, like my my stepmom had her cancer and she couldn't go, so I went in her place.
I
so
see
I wouldn't. But
I bet you went back to
rodeo.
I bet you went back to her and said like, "Grandmama, you did not miss nothing." Barry Manilow stunk, man. Jeez, he came out. He of course he revealed himself to be gay a couple of years back. He finally came out of the closet, which is obviously.
Did he die?
No, he's still around.
And then at the rodeo as well. Twice I saw country artist Alan Jackson.
I like Jackson.
And see, at the rodeo, when you go in Houston, which is basically like the biggest rodeo, because they have all the big name concerts, the stage circles around, like it rotates around.
Yeah, I see there.
But the only bad thing is when you go to that Reliant Stadium where where the Texans play, it's concrete, and so everything echoes, and it's just a horrible place for a concert. It really is.
Wow.
I think Selena did a rodeo. And then obviously,
Selena, I see there, yeah.
Yeah, and then George Strait does the rodeo every year. He's doing it again this year or something.
No.
He was always famous for doing the Houston Livestock Show and rodeo concerts.
I think we should acknowledge Selena because she was considered the queen of Texas music when you think about it. There, she's still more in
Tejano
music. Yes, I think the best thing to say about her is if you go to a flea market, you still see shirts. You still see blankets. You still see
especially in Houston.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah. Wasn't she a Houston native?
Or like Corpus Christi area.
Yeah. And Corpus Christi is not far from Houston, if I am correct.
Yeah, it's like because in Texas, it's like how New York has their coast and stuff, like the island of New York. It's like Galveston. It's like our coast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, there. All right, hold on a second. My lightsaber's talking to me.
Or Long Island, I guess you would call it, huh?
All right.
Like
I've been charging my lightsaber.
Your light, you have to charge it?
Yeah, well, we charge it once in a while there. I got this. I told you about. You saw the lightsaber I got when I showed on Foulmouse Networks and Insomniac there. It's I even made a video about it there. Saw it about.
And then I saw. Here's a couple ones I forgot that I've seen. I don't know if you ever heard of this venue. Ark, but the famous venue Trees.
Yes. Is that the one in Austin?
Nah, Dallas.
Oh wow.
Oh no, I don't
That's
know
where
that one.
that's where they had a huge rock. Like Nirvana played there,
Oh wow.
like back in the day, and they had this huge. Like he jumped, Cobain jumped off stage and had this big fight and stuff. It's like
Oh
this
wow.
big.
Let me guess. Let me guess. Somebody was getting harassed in the audience, and Cobain wasn't going to stand around and let
I
that
think it was like a
happen.
security guard, like an asshole security guard or something. It's a famous story. But like it's a small venue, right? And I saw a couple bands there. I saw, I won't call them a band, but Vanilla Ice. Vanilla Ice. Right. People were smoking joints inside and stuff.
Oh,
It was
wow.
crazy.
Oh wow.
It was like an older crowd. It wasn't like really wild like that. It's a really small venue, really packed. And I don't know if you heard that group Brown from the '80s, Faster Pussycat.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Very good, very good.
Babbling
line.
on and on and on. That was a great song.
Was Vanilla
Off the
Ice
Pain.
from Bipolar album? That's my favorite Vanilla Ice album, Bipolar.
Bipolar.
Because like the first half is rap and the second half is rock.
Oh, that's when he got it. It went into his rock phase, right?
Yeah.
That was lame.
Probably the new metal phase, I
Um,
guess you could say.
Let me think. Obviously, the Eagles a couple years ago.
Mhm.
Probably one of the best concerts. They're like 4 hours long. Played
Yeah, of course, yeah.
like 45 different songs.
And this was with the new six-man lineup that they have, which including, Deacon Fry, Glenn's son there, and
The
of course,
Christ's Son, yes.
yes, and of course Vince Gill in the lineup there.
Speaking of tribute bands, when you're talking about that, there's one out there called, saw them twice. This first time probably in 99 or 2000. I was a very small youngster. Traveled to Victoria, Texas, out of the way there.
All right.
And in a little school auditorium, it was a tribute band for the Beatles called 1964 Tribute.
I
Spot
heard
on.
about that, yeah.
I mean, there's tons of tribute bands for the Beatles, but these were spot on. Spot on.
Nice.
And we saw them years later down at the Art Entertainment District in Houston. Probably 10 years later, they got a little bit more bigger and stuff. Great tribute band for the Beatles.
All right.
Let me think. Oh, obviously the Iron Maiden concert, Dream Theater opened for them. That was like 2011, 2012. Didn't know as much Iron Maiden songs as they do now. Keep her catalog, but still went to that. Let me keep thinking, Keith, any other country concerts you've been to?
No, only one. Jason Aldean, that was the only one.
Wow.
Well, the Seether show, it was just Seether. No one other bands were playing that?
Okay, some horrible alternative rock band opened up, and then it was Seether, and then it was Three Doors Down.
And at that last Kiss show I went to, I did get a pick thrown by Paul Stanley,
Nice.
and I lost it a long time ago, but
Oh, wow.
I did have that. And I went to see a Bret Michaels solo show years ago. This was probably like 2009, 2010, with a friend of mine. And that was back, Keith, you'll get a kick out of this. That was back when the K2 was big.
Oh, yeah.
So it was an inside venue. Actually, it was where the Mavericks play. It was the Dallas Mavericks where they play basketball. We snuck in a K2J, and Bret Michaels' solo act. He played other songs. He played. This was the light up of the J. He played Sublime's "What I Got." When we heard that, we were like, "Oh shit, light it up!" It's kind of like it's synthetic marijuana for all you squares out
What
there.
strain of K2 were you smoking?
I don't know. It's like a house brand. So
All
it was like right when it first came out, though. It was like,
Okay.
it's hot. And so, and that was a fucking great concert. And Vinnie Paul came out, and he was playing like cowbell for one of the songs, and he threw the drumstick. And my friend caught that drumstick.
Nice.
Caught that fucking drumstick for Vinnie Paul.
It's a
Over 10 years
collector's item
ago.
now.
And we got in a little scuffle with people in front of us because they're like my glasses fell off. And people, you know, when you light up something, especially in an indoors venue, you know, people look around, and some people are cool, and you know, there's a person behind us that wanted to hit it, so you know, we pass it to them, and you know, we got in a little scuffle with the person, you know, people can drink and get drunk and act like dicks, but that was a great concert. Damn, that was good. I'm gonna keep thinking here because there's some more gems. Been to a lot. What's the worst concert experiences from y'all?
I already mentioned mine. The Andy Scott's suite from '93.
Okay, I got one. In 2004, I went to a rap concert with this girl Brittany. We saw a whole bunch of rap artists, and like we split like 50 blunts. Like I had 25 blunts. 25.
Goddamn liar.
What? You can't.
Goddamn 50 blunts.
Yeah, she brought in 50 blunts in her purse. So we split.
How old were you? How old were you?
18.
Weirdo. How old was she?
18.
All right.
So you're both 18. So you both smoked all those blunts.
We graduated in the same class. We went to the same high school.
Wow.
She had boobs?
Yes. And she lived like 10 minutes away from me, but I didn't even know that. So like,
did you ever lick her boobs?
Yeah, I would.
Nice.
But you never did.
How would you do it? Like if you put your face in the boobs, how would it sound?
Like a motorboat.
Like that.
Right.
So we at the end of the concert, I was so high that we were walking around the parking lot for 2 hours, and I couldn't find my car for 2 hours.
Keith, ladies and gentlemen, Keith used to drive cars for real.
Wow.
For real.
Are you driving cars now, or no?
Bro, he had an Acura. What else did you have?
No, I had a Subaru Impreza 92. It didn't have that many miles on it.
Did you have like the system in there, music system?
No, it was the radio it came with. It was actually my grandma.
Passed the driving test, bro. I mean, like, how did you do that, bro? That is a huge thing, bro. Damn.
Yeah, in 2002 I went to the DMV. I took the computer test, the written test, which is on a computer.
Working with rocket scientists over here, folks.
Yep, I passed that. Then I did the driving test. I passed that, so I was on. What's that thing called you get before your license, where you need to drive? Permit. Yeah, learner's permit.
Yeah, driver's permit.
Yeah, so and I had that for like, I don't know, 1 or 2 years, and then I got my regular license, like in, I don't know, 2003 or 2004. And I was driving to school. When I went to college, I was driving to college. And then in 2006, I let a 14-year-old kid drive my car because I saw him drive before and it was good. But he crashed my car into
an Oh my gosh.
Horrible story. We already heard it.
So since then, I haven't had a car.
Oh gosh.
Well, great. Don't lend people your shit, Keith.
Never do that. Right. Never.
Yep.
What was I going to say? Let's see. I'm trying to think. Oh, I did. Well, I'll throw in this rap concert just so you know. It was pretty fun. I did see Young Jeezy, Keith.
Oh yeah, I saw him twice.
All right.
It was like a show where like there was other groups too. So they had the Houston Crew, Slim Thug, Paul Wall, Zero there.
Wow.
Yep.
Lil Kiki. We smoked a little thing there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Did Lil Kiki perform Southside?
Yeah, all those hits.
All right.
Let's see what else. Oh, here's a big one. This wasn't technically a concert I attended, but they were there and they played a song from WrestleMania 17. And Triple H came out. Motorhead played.
Oh yeah. Nice.
At the time, I was so fucking young. I didn't know that. I didn't put two and two together. I didn't know like who Motorhead was. I didn't know. I was like
Way
8
too
or some
young.
shit.
Yeah.
So I didn't know back then. I mean, like I knew like when I was like 5 or 6, 4 or 5 or 6. Like I had 2 songs that I liked. Um, listening to Collective Soul,
Hmm.
Shine,
I like
Let
Collective
Shine
Soul.
Down, and then Bush, Come Down.
Wow.
Those are my 2 songs. You know what I'm saying? I
I
got
love
excited every time those songs came on. But what I was trying to say here, Keith, go ahead.
I love Shine Down. I bought Shine. I think it was their first
No,
CD.
Collective Soul, the song
Oh, Shine.
Let
Oh,
Light
yeah.
Shine Down. Let Your Light
Yeah.
Shine Down.
Yeah, I like that one. And what was it? Why Part 2?
Yeah.
Mm.
What
I
was
like
the
both of
last
those
concert?
real well.
What was the last concert that you been to, Keith?
Seether in 2017.
Yeah.
Mine was I
Why the
mentioned
fuck did
the.
you want to see them? Why did you want to see them?
Yeah, man.
They were my favorite rock band at the time.
Well,
But now my favorite rock band is Breaking Benjamin.
Judas Priest.
Yeah.
mine.
Breaking-
Never mind.
JB's favorite band is Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah. I heard that before.
Yeah, mine was I mentioned was the Motley Crue tribute at the Concert Pub North there. It was a couple of days before I lost my last job there, and then the pandemic struck us like a clothesline.
Right.
Yeah, and that's about it for me. I haven't seen any shows, although been in the clubs since then. Like I said, I'm hoping this close to get me a car so I could start going down to the concert pub and numbers pretty there again soon there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Numbers is a gothic club, right?
Yes,
like a
it
gothic.
is. Yeah, absolutely there. I think they have Front 242 playing there. And in fact, I got to read this little story there. YR calls me on while I was on the way to Numbers on a Friday night there. Is that what they have is classic numbers on that particular night where they play all the 80s classics and underground stuff there. Like we also, and I finally called back. It was Mars, Jake Bars, Old Man Davey, YR, and YR said I told him what I was going to be going. And said like, oh, I'm going to meet you there. And so at the I go into, blah, I go into Numbers nightclub expecting to see YR, and I haven't seen him there. I was like, well, what the fuck, yo?
I think I was fucking around with you.
I know, yeah, I was gonna say like, dude, and you were like the next when I called you back. I think it's like, oh, there's a bunch of gothic people. I kind of got
We're
scared.
like, that is a gothic club. I would never go to that.
Oh,
It's
what's
too
the-
dark for me.
Oh, dude, embrace the darkness, dude.
What do they having drinks there?
Oh, yeah, but well, I'm not a drinker, but I'm sure they probably had a lot of good stuff there.
Oh man, they be having those horny goth girls like Paige there.
Page, yeah, not the WWE page, but I don't really know any of the other gals up there behind the counter.
Lesbians.
But lesbian. Well, lesbians are hot too there.
That's true.
That's true. My favorite night to go in there is when they have a call. I'm not sure. I think it was called, Cyber Wasteland or DOS Machine. This is where they play a lot of Argo, techno, industrial stuff there. Groups like Combi Christ, BB Nation, Gretel, and Suicide Commando there. I'm hoping to go down there to check that out pretty soon there. Hopefully we get this car tomorrow. Then we'll be all set to go. Of course, it'll be after Christmas, being this coming Saturday here.
And we will be seeing each other, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully
shoot in
so.
the
I would
DMs.
love to. I would love to. Definitely, we got to hook up and do a live stream on your channel there because I'm unable on my end there because I know I got to have about 1,000 subscribers to do that on my YouTube.
No, you
live
can
there.
do it on the phone. You can do it on your phone now.
That's what I tried to do it on my phone there. I did.
They wouldn't allow you?
Yeah, I did. I tried it a couple times when I was at the dog park. I also tried to do it when it was me and the crew was at Galveston. And it said, no,
Maybe it's just an iPhone thing or something.
I don't know. I don't have an iPhone. That's probably one of the reasons why. I told them, but people say you should probably get an OBS for your phone there. I tried to do that, but Bullshit keeps coming up in the way there. I don't know what the fuck. I got to keep trying until it actually goes. Actually does. Blah, I'm getting tongue tied here. I should stop yakking for a moment there.
Is everyone good? Everyone's concert pick?
Yes, I did.
Yep.
Yep, I did mine. That's for sure there.
Well, Keith, would you like to close this out?
Well, I didn't
Yeah.
do mine, but
Go
ahead.
Go right
we've
ahead,
run
Ark.
out of
It's
time
all you.
anyway.
Now we got still that time there.
Well, I was gonna say we can pick it up on Thursday because I wanted to cover
Well,
walking too.
Actually, we could do it tomorrow night because here's the deal situation. I was going to make a vlog about this. As you know, I mentioned on Ken, I have this big pain in my neck.
You go to a chiropractor.
I did. Well, I didn't go to a chiropractor today.
Oh, I
We
thought
went
you were
to-
talking about a person.
No. Well, actually, what it was, this happened on Sunday afternoon while I was on the job there. My neck was hurting really bad. So I told my brother-in-law and sister about it. Said, we have an urgent care down the block. Let's go there. And it turns out I have this thing called, I forgot how it's pronounced. It's hypo something thyroidemia. I get a
Hypothermia?
Yeah, no, there's something like that. It ends with a Y there. But I guess I knew there was something was wrong. But I was trying to eat something there, and it was a ticket. It was kind of like getting clogged there. It's like something's swollen up inside of my neck there. It was making it impossible to swallow anything, whether it's a ravioli or a piece of beef there. So I'm on these antibiotics. I had to call my work and let them know, give them the little slip of paper that I'm going to be off. Yes. Well, I'm going to be off tomorrow and Wednesday. Now, if they're going to want me to come in on Thursday to make it up there, I can do that. But tomorrow and the next day, I will be off work so we could do more Arknolia the Doctors / Music Maniacs. How's that sound, guys?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, let's do that tomorrow. And we'll pick up where we left off.
Yeah, I like that sound. I like that. That sounds pretty good.
And then we're gonna listen. I have been meaning we'll get into some current, rock and metal news.
Yeah, we gotta do
tours,
that.
Stuff like that.
Yeah,
this Tool tour.
Yeah.
See the concert prices aren't that bad.
Oh,
Aren't
nice.
bad.
That sounds
like
good.
$600 you can get on the front section by the stage. 600. So.
Which is
being like Tool, it should be a couple thousand right up there by the stage.
Oh,
you know what I'm
wow,
saying?
Interesting there. I know
we'll
was.
be diving into a little bit more news tomorrow as well.
Absolutely. I remember that was the second episode we did of the show last year. We were talking about concert prices going way up through the roof like they were.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit. Damn.
So, Keith, would you like to plug Bullfrog Channel? You and me will be over there watching Raw tonight.
Yeah, Bullfrog Channel Raw watch along going on probably right now or really soon.
Yeah, whether it's on right now there.
Okay.
Right. Okay, so I'm gonna take care of some chores around the house, and if there's any issues and drama going on, definitely let me know so I can join in the call. That's for sure there. Because with Bullfrog, there's always going to be. Because with Bullfrog, there's always drama involved, no matter what.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to close out the show, and like we said, thanks to this issue with my neck, I'm going to be off for a couple days from work. So we will resume tomorrow evening. Same